Hello, this is David Scott Peters coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona at the world headquarters of the restaurantexpert.com. Look, I've helped literally thousands of restaurant owners just like you change their lives, make more money, put managers in place that know what the hell their job is, how to do it, how well it should be done, and by when. How have I done this? Well, I speak all over the country, in fact the world, giving seminars and workshops, teaching independents the same skill sets that chains use without losing your independence. Love our guests, love our employees, but we are going to do what they do well, and that's make money. I've also created every training system imaginable, whether front of house or back house, quick service, full service management training. I've created desktop software, coaching programs. I've also created an online restaurant management solution called Smart Systems Pro that literally puts the power of profitability at your fingertips. Now look, I'm going to tell you this, I've seen it all. And I know for a fact that while I give you all these skill sets to make more money, it doesn't matter if your people aren't any good. When is it that you should say, it's time to cut bait, get the hell off my team? All too often in the restaurant business, we react so quickly that we lose good people because we got impatient. Or maybe it was our fault, we didn't train them. How would you like to know when the right time is to finally say, you're off my team? I'll tell you about that in just 1 second. But before I do, I want to tell you about a free webinar that I'm conducting on how to hold your management team accountable. On this webinar, I'm going to give you the skill sets to successfully put your management team in place so they know what their job is, how to do it, how well it should be done, by when, and more importantly, giving you the tools to hold them accountable. Now, you might be thinking accountability is a negative. I'm going to switch that around and teach you how that means answerable. That your management team are answerable for their actions or inactions because they're so well trained. So what are we going to learn on this webinar? We're going to learn how to get rid of this terrible thing in our industry, a disease called commonsense-it-is. The moment you walk into your building thinking someone's an idiot because they should have common sense, you don't have the right systems in place. How do we change our company culture? What are the tools we need in place to make sure people make the right decisions without pissing you off on a daily basis? We're going to put the structure in place to make sure that we have well-trained managers. And once we do, we're going to walk you through the step-by-step process on how to successfully delegate so you get more done, but more importantly, ensure it's getting done. Again, that accountability piece. If you want to put those kinds of tools in place, those kinds of systems in place to ensure your management team never fails, then you need to register for this free webinar right now. Take a second and click on the link below. Now, what about the time to get rid of those people that shouldn't be on our team? When do we decide that's the case? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to teach you something I call my 3-strike approach to management. This is critical. Number 1, make sure we understand that people learn differently. Auditory, tactile, visual. Best trainings have all 3. That means this. Some people just have to hear it. They freaking know how to do it. Some people see it or read it. They know how to do it. A lot of people, they've got to do it. Otherwise, if they don't understand how to get it done. Again, best trainings have all 3. So one of the things that we do in our business is we should be training. Now, I teach a lot about training our employees. We don't have time to go through that step-by-step process, but let's assume you have a training system in place. And let's say, like me, you've worked in restaurant bars, so you've served draft beer and you've trained a bartender not to hang like a monkey on a frickin' tap handle because it's a fulcrum, right? The more pressure you put up here, the more pressure is down here and you're destroying your equipment. What, now we have leaking and now we have the ability for bacteria to hit. We've got all these bad things that happen. What we need to do is teach our bartenders to take 2 fingers at the base of the tap handle, snap it open, snap it closed. Well, let's say you come around the corner, you've trained me as a bartender, and you see that I'm hanging on that thing like a monkey and you want to kill me, right? You want to lick your hand, get ready to give me a big ass dope slap and say, you're an idiot. Well, stop. Maybe you didn't figure out how I learn. Auditory, tactile, visual. Again, best trainings have all 3. So you may have trained me, but maybe I didn't get the message the way you taught it. So you need to stop and say, wait, my fault. I haven't figured out how you learn. And you teach me again. Now that's 1 strike. Come around the corner, I'm doing it again. A month later, you want to give me a dope slap? Stop. It's your fault. Did you train me properly? Now, upon that 3rd or 4th strike, depending on what your disciplinary program looks like, we've now reached something called don't know versus don't care. Don't know is your fault as a manager, as an owner, as a trainer. You have not figured out how I learn. You've not recrafted the message that I get it. Or we've reached something called don't care. And at don't care, look, I've given you all the training I can possibly give you. I've given you all the skill sets to be successful. And you know what the job is, you've shown me. And you've decided you're not going to do it. In fact, you don't care. At that point in time, there's the door. Don't let it hit in the ass on the way out. Right? 3-strike approach to management is your key to making sure you know what time it is when it's time to get rid of an employee or you need to invest more time in training in them. Now again, if you'd like to hold your management team accountable, get more done in your business, have your managers make decisions without pissing you off, I want you to register now for my free webinar on the secrets to holding your management team accountable. Do it now, you'll be glad you did.